Michael Jackson. Oh, moonwalking. Oh, that's crazy. Your groin. Your groin's on fire. Okay, can you do the back? Look, Pulp Fiction.
Well, hello there, wonderful people. It's Gamecatto back again, and today we've got our full review of Titan Isles. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, this game completely blindsided me. You know, I went in expecting a fun VR action game, and what I got was a very polished, feature-packed, fun PSVR2 experience, and jank-free, and you know, pretty much just ready from day one. I want to thank Psytec Games for the review key, but also we've got 4 keys to give away for the game, 2 North American, 2 European, and here's how you enter. So during the video, you'll see 3 big words pop up. Oh, look, there's one right there filling up the screen. So you'll see 2 more of those. Write down all 3 of those words, get through the whole video, you'll find the 3 words, send it to this email on screen, the Gamecatto email, and then enter, and then basically 7 days after this video airs, you will be contacted if you're a lucky winner. So anyway, we're going to get started. We've got a lot to say. So, first of all, what's the background, the story? Well, basically, Titan Isles, it drops you into a big shattered world called Tosca. It's a broken civilization floating through the sky because these giant mechanical titans woke up and basically ruined everything, fucked everything up. But the story isn't shoved into your face. So basically, with long cutscenes or anything like that, that take you out of VR, because that can sometimes be annoying. It takes you out of the moment. Instead, you can just learn what happens through, you know, characters talking to you back in the main hub, and there's these story pads with audio logs scattered through the mission, so you can piece together the story while you're going, but you don't have to. You don't even have to worry about the story if you don't want, if you're not that way inclined. And if you don't want to hear the voice actors and stuff like that telling you stuff, you can just turn all the audio off, so you don't even need to have all that. But if you're you're wanting to be a bit more immersed in the world, then go for it. Anyway, so what are you doing in the game? So basically, it is just, you know, a fun action game where you're just taking out robots. You get launched from your drop ship and you go into one of these floating island areas, and you're moving through these huge environments using your Exo-suit abilities, clearing enemy forces, discovering alternate routes, finding hidden stuff, and then eventually by the end of each level, you're taking down massive Titan bosses at the end of each level. It's really fun if you like bosses, and I'm not really a big boss fight kind of person, but in this I really enjoyed them. So now, the levels, they're not linear. There are multiple traversal paths. So you can, like I said, you can go an alternate route. And then depending on your suit, it's going to depend on how you get through each of these areas, because, one way you can't get up really high, with another suit you can. So, yeah, so really, it has so much variance. It's really cool. And because you're constantly spotting things off in the distance going, how do I even get there? And that keeps you coming back to do the missions over and over again, either with yourself or with mates. So it's pretty cool. And look, for the hardcore crowd, you can actually even turn on a mission timer. So that way, if you think you're a bit of a speed demon, you like to do speed runs, you can actually try and beat your best times and stuff as well. There's no leaderboard for that, but that's just for your own personal gratification. So there's that for the hardcore crowd. Plus, you can turn it right up to legendary mode, and it just becomes like a bit of a bullet hell mode. Shit flying at you everywhere, and I just kept dying when I tried that. Like, it was, oh god, you got to be hardcore. I'm not a hardcore player, I'm a bit average, as I say in my bio, but fuck, you're going to enjoy it either way, because you can mold this game to the way you want to play. It's very cool. And that's because the suits, right? The suits is like 4 games in one, right? Because you've got 4 different suits. And you've got a training room to try them all out in before you go on the missions as well. You've got the storm suit, which was my favourite, because, I like to run and gun and fly around, and I just felt like, Iron Man meets Samus, flying through the air, just shooting shit, almost like bounty hunter, fucking Boba Fett. It was cool. And you just feel fucking unstoppable, all right? And the haptics feel so good in the suit if you're wearing the haptic suit. You got these jets on your back. It's so cool. But then you got the hunter suit. That's more tactical. That's where you've got the grappling hooks, kind of like Windlands, like their previous game, and you're just swinging around and you're shooting arrows and shit. Like, you got a bow and arrow, and it's fucking fun, man. It's just fucking awesome. Oh, it's pretty crazy.
No. Fuck me, they pummel you.
Then you've got the Goliath suit, shooting. You can just shoot lots of blobs really fast, of like lava blobs, and it's really effective with that one. And then you've got a shield.
Oh yeah, that makes it. Oh, that's cool.
And then there's the blink suit. Triple jumps, fast dodges, parkour style traversal. And once you've mastered that, you're basically teleporting around enemies, and then you're just throwing your little weapon at them. And you can do that quite fast. Like, it feels like at first you've got to grab your chest, but then eventually you realise you just move your hand back and forth, and it'll grab a new weapon to throw. So it becomes pretty easy after a while. And each suit has its own branching skill tree. And here's the genius part. Even if you only play your favourite suit, you still earn skill points. Even if you've maxed out that suit, you still collect skill points while you're using that suit, so then you can apply those to other suits. So when you finally decide to try a new suit, you could literally jump into that one fully upgraded. It's a very smart, cool system. So, how's the combat? Well, combat feels pretty cool. It's pretty incredible, and it is built around movement and stamina, and you actually have to pace yourself, land to recharge, reposition, re-coordinate your attacks, and it's pretty cool, especially in multiplayer, because the Titans react depending on where the players are standing. So having your teammates attack from opposite sides all becomes a real strategy, and in that too, you're sharing your health in a way. So that way, you've only got so many lives, and that's like a hive mind of sharing lives. So if someone dies too much, you're screaming at them, going, "What are you doing?" So it's pretty cool. There's so many ways this works, but then you're playing it by yourself, and if you try and play that on Legendary mode, God, no, not for me.
This is nuts! I got that, more than 3! Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ! This is insanity.
But it is the multiplayer. It's the co-op multiplayer that's where the game absolutely explodes in fun. Like, I played with fellow PSVR YouTuber JF Tremblay VR in a private lobby, and it was chaos in the best way possible. It is really cool.
Hello.
Hello. Trying to get higher.
Yeah, that's right. I gotta go. I'm gonna
from here.
Here we go. I got it!
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah! Woohoo! How fun is that?
And between missions, you return to Cloud's Edge, which isn't just a menu, it's like a full social hub. So you can hang out there, chat, high-five each other, chill at the bar. And yes, there's even a disco dance floor. It's pretty fun, and so you're saving the world 1 minute and your VR nightclub on the next. It's just wacky. Just fucking love it. And look, even when your friends are busy and you're not stuck playing alone, because the game's got public multiplayer lobbies, right? You can host or jump into games with other players at any time, and thanks to full cross-play across Quest, Steam VR and PSVR2. It will be PSVR2 once it launches. Once you've seen this, I only got to play with Quest players online. And you're constantly meeting players from other platforms, including those little Quest squeakers who've been playing this game for months, and they can probably teach you a thing or two because they're little experts at it.
So what's your YouTube channel?
Gamecatto. It's a PSVR2 channel, so you probably don't know it.
I might watch you.
So the game throws competitive stuff, at you and your friends too. And you've got racing challenges. You've got collection sprint mode. You've got target rush shooting challenges, all with their leaderboard, so you can try and outdo each other's scores. And each suit changes how you approach those modes. So suddenly you're replaying levels just to shave seconds off times and beat friends' scores. It really is fucking fun, these challenges. But the cool thing is, if someone's hosting the game, they're choosing the suit that you play in. You don't get to choose; they choose it for you. So that can be quite a challenge depending on your abilities in that suit type. So yeah, and what you're accustomed to. So it's pretty awesome. It's just never the same. It's so cool. Okay, so how does it look? Now, visually, I love what they've done here. Others won't. So others are going to be critical, saying it's too cartoony, it's too family, it's too kid, it's too simple. But you know what? I'm a Nintendo kid through and through. This reminds me of the GameCube era. And honestly, I think that decision is why the game runs so silky smooth. It's 90 frames native on base PS5, 120 frames per second native on PS5 Pro, and it did start out life as a Quest game, and it is maintaining parity so that you do have crossplay. Yeah, sure, they haven't really upgraded too much in the way of textures, but hey, you're not standing around just sitting there looking at textures. You're jumping around, going crazy. But they have upgraded it. There's better lighting than the Quest version. There's dynamic shadows, so you can see when an enemy's above you, and it casts a shadow and stuff. That's cool. So they have upgraded it somewhat. Because it could be a little bit sharper, I think. But other than that, I love the way it looks. So now, what about different options and customization? Well, the thing is, oh my god, the options menu is stacked. Like, you can customize locomotion, turning, vignette strength, your HUD layout, accessibility settings, subtitles like in 20 bloody languages. You can even choose your body representation how you want. So if you just want hands, if you want hands and arms, if you want hands, arms and upper body, or do you want full body, you can choose. It's so fucking cool. And also, everything exists inside real 3D menus in the world, so it really does keep the VR immersion intact. In fact, you can even pick up the menus as well and move them around, so it's pretty cool. It keeps it really, really immersive. So, have they added any other PSVR2 features? Well, yes, they have, and they're used brilliantly too, by the way. The headset haptics, excellent. And you've got adaptive triggers, which you can turn on or off if that's not your style, and they adjust to all the different weapon types. It all feels different. You've got your sense controller feedback. You've got your eye tracked foveated rendering as well, and you've got full and my favourite part, you got full B haptic support. Now I know many people don't have a B haptic suit, and I appreciate that. I played it both ways, but I've got to say, I mean, it's got great haptics, but as soon as you add the suit, oh my god, the B haptics are incredible. If there's ever a selling point for B haptics, this is one of those games. You've got to try it out. If you've got a haptic suit, if not, buy one. So how's the audio? I've got to give a shout out to the sound because the music score is genuinely amazing. Because I normally turn off game music in games because I don't feel like in VR I want it to be like real life, because you don't walk around with music following you around when you're fighting in real life, I guess. When you're fighting robots in real life, you don't have music playing. But anyway, I loved the music in this game. The score is fantastic. It's one of the best scores I've heard in a game. I love it. And the sound effects are top tier too. I mean, and the voice acting. I really enjoyed the voice acting myself. Some people won't. Some people will find it annoying. But the voice acting to me is way above what you usually get in an indie VR game. They've got pro voice actors doing it. It's a bit wacky and silly, and you might find the voices annoying. But you don't have to complain about it. You can just turn it down, right? So you don't have to worry about it. So it's all good. Now, replayability. Well, that is huge, because once you finish a campaign, you can actually replay everything with your upgraded suits. Up the difficulty levels, change, chase faster times, like, you can just, like I was saying earlier, you can do your speed runs and stuff, and you can keep track of all your times. You can experiment with new suit upgrades, and thanks to the Game Plus mode, new Game Plus mode that's been added, you can restart the campaign under the same profile, keeping, your suit upgrade progression, for a full fucking power fantasy run, with crazy difficulty, insanely tough robot foes, and higher chip rewards, it's pretty bloody cool. It just keeps on giving and giving. And again, whether you're hardcore or whether you're soft core, I guess I'm a soft core pussy cat. Either way, that's whether you're hardcore or soft core, this game is for everybody. And of course, missions contain collectibles, hidden targets, secret areas, as I said earlier, different traversal routes. You can just keep going back and back and back again. And I'm going to be playing this game for years. I love it. Now, honestly, look, there's so much content that it really is just awesome sauce. Amaze balls. Or as we say down under, it's fucking sick, mate. It's just fucking sick. So do I have any criticisms at all? Well, the only tiny gripe I have, besides, I wish it was a little bit sharper, just a little bit more sharper. But I would love to see your character. This is the one thing I really wanted. When you're landing on the areas with your dropship, it fades out and then you're there and the ship flies off. I would love to be able just to walk out of the ship, and then when I'm leaving, walk into the ship and fly off. So it feels more seamless, like No Man's Sky, because it does break the VR immersion for me, and that's the only thing that's really scored this game down for me, to tell you the truth. So we're gonna talk about the final verdict. Okay. I genuinely love this game. I genuinely love Titan Isles. It's exhilarating. It's action-packed. It's ridiculously fun. And when you crank the difficulty online or by yourself, it just becomes absolute fucking chaos. So you choose how you want to play. You're going to make it hardcore. You choose that in your settings, right? So just do that. Because, this isn't just a great VR action game. This is a fantastic VR social experience. You'll have so much fun with friends. And it's the most fun I've literally had since playing, this low poly multiplayer of 90s extreme skiing. This is crazy. I just have had so many laughs playing this with mates. So I'm going to give it a final score. Okay, here it is. I'm going to give it an unprecedented Gamecatto score of 9.5 out of 10. That's right. I usually just give whole numbers, right? But this time I had to give a decimal because, look, it's better than a 9 for me. But to me, it's not absolute perfection. So 9.5 it is. So please do not give this a miss. Try it for yourself. You've got to be in it to experience it. turn up the difficulty level, have fun with your mates, and again, don't forget about the giveaway because there's these hidden words. There's another one now. Oh, look at that. There's the third one. So anyway, email 3 of those words, and the winners will be drawn in 7 days' time from this video going live. So if you're seeing this months later, too bad, too sad, you missed out. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, and until the next one, I want you to like, subscribe, and keep on playing.
Wow, look at this. Oh, man. Yeah! Oh, dude, that's fucking sick. That's sick.
Gamecatto rates, Titan Isles, it brings the joy and forces smiles, flying high through endless skies, battle titans, claim your prize, boost the jets and run the miles, Gamecatto rates, Titan Isles. Drop into Tuska, islands in the air, robots swarming everywhere, danger everywhere, storm suit blazing like a comet in the night, hover blast, rocket past, everything feels right, story paths whisper secrets of the fall, echoes of a world that nearly lost it all, from the dropship down to battle's giant size, every mission bigger when you see it through your eyes, triple jump, swing wide, stamina running low, land, recharge, back again, here we go! Here we go! Gamecatto race, Titan Isles, it brings the joy and forces smiles, co-op chaos, friends in style, dancing victory all the while, leaderboards and speedrun trials, Gamecatto rates, Titan Isles. Underlining perfect shots across the sky, Goliath standing tall while Titans try, blink suit darting faster than you blink an eye, different ways to play, no two runs the same ride, hidden paths, secret zones tucked away, collectibles calling you back to play, timer's ticking for the speedrun king, shaving seconds off with jetpack wings, quest squeakers teaching tricks you never knew, crossplay worlds bringing every pilot through. Gamecatto race, Titan Isles, it brings the joy and forces smiles, race the clock or stay a while, target rush in perfect style, laugh loud across the aisles, Gamecatto race, Titan Isles. Denies music soaring through the fight, voice actors bringing worlds to life, haptics pounding, engines roar, one more mission, then one more, game plus runs, power unleashed, full upgrades, now the Titans feast, from solo, runs to party nights, VR magic taking flight. Gamecatto rates, Titan Isles, it brings the joy and forces smiles, jetpacks blazing mile by mile, victory dances stay a while, cross the skies and battle isles, Gamecatto rates, Titan Isles.